Hello and a warm welcome to Enterprise Friday on Enterprise TV. We like to think you are in the best place to make sense of everything going on at the moment. I'm Chinyere Igweodo.
And I am Henry Igwebike.
All right, we head straight into our newspaper segment, but not without first inviting you to be a part of our community and have a say in what we say. We are Enterprise TV across all social media platforms. You may subscribe, comment, like, and share. You may also log on to our website at www.enterprisetvnews.com. Our guest for this segment is Barrister Evans Ufeli. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Good morning.
Welcome to Enterprise Friday today.
All right, without further ado, Henry, let's begin with the Vanguard newspaper this morning. The big story here reads, Tinubu's government hasn't borrowed from CBN, says Adrian.
All right, and we have it also on the same newspaper, UTME, Jamb to arrest parents seen at CBT centers.
Also, we have wicked triumphs as PDP NEC endorses the Magun-led NWC.
And also we have APC, court holds Ganduje's suspension.
Right, agitation for Yoruba Nation laughable. This is credited to the DHQ.
And also on the top strip of the same newspaper, we have over 1,000 students, educators abducted, killed in Nigeria.
Right,
and that's
Henry-
coming from UNICEF.
Yes. Let's stay on the story. Jam to arrest parents seen at CBT centers. I'll just read, a few lines from there. Joint Administration and Matriculation Board (JAM) has directed all computer-based test centers (CBT) owners to arrest any parent who is found near any of their facilities during the 2024 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. And to do justice to the topic on the reference is Barrister Evans. Okay, thank you so much, sir, for coming.
Thank you very much.
All right, so the CBT centers is clearly fraught with a lot of incongruencies, from power failure to lack of personnel training. And we're seeing that JAM has come out to say that, parents who follow their children, so to speak, to these centers should be arrested because of their intrusive disposition. I was just a while ago talking to Henry that I'm a very protective parent. I'm that parent that would want to escort my child to his or her center. Children who write JAM are between the ages of, I did JAM at 14. So imagine allowing my 14-year-old to go to maybe Abeokuta or Ibadan, for instance, without following the person there. And JAM is coming out to say that any parent that is seen around the centers will be arrested. Do you think we should be having this conversation at this point?
No, they should tell us the law. Under what law should they be arrested? You can't just arrest now. You arrest people under contraventions of law.
Right.
So let JAM go to the National Assembly and promulgate a bill that will stop even those lawmakers. They have children who are 13, 14 that are writing JAM.
Right.
So let the lawmakers pass a law that even when the lawmakers take their children too, they should be arrested. See, this country, what you should do or what you should say is that parents who come with their children, if you have to come with your child, you must not be seen in the premises. You drop off your child and go elsewhere. That's how to talk. Okay? To talk tough at adults, you are not making any. We know that we are trying to make the examination, you have to bring sanity to the exam, because some parents are also overbearing.
Right.
You understand? But when you talk with some level of, some of the children are 14, 13. Some of them are sickle cell patients. Some of them are special
need.
children. So will you say that a child that is blind, the parents should just give him money, take transport and start to go to, see, they should not try us this period. We are not okay in this country. No, I'm just telling you about the economic situation. You don't bring, see, if you say that parents should be arrested, you're not even giving any exception. You're not even thinking at all. It's not right. Go after parents who we want to get into there are some parents that want to get into the premises during the exam. You can put, and you don't say they should be arrested. They should be, they should not be allowed to, make the place and all that. So that is what you're supposed to say. I thank God that it's a statement.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a law.
Yeah.
It's not enforceable. It cannot be enforced. there's a sense in which some parents are overbearing. We know that you
very
know
true.
how to take care of those ones. But to tell us that any parent, no, it won't work.
And after all, while coming to the office today, of course, I saw some parents, of course, hanging around, some of the seats. Yes, exactly. So I wonder how many of them they would get to arrest if really they want to arrest. But let's go to this other story. The federal government will pay 3.2 trillion naira as subsidy if tariff hike is reversed, and that's coming from NAC. As it stands right now, Nigerians, especially those in Band A, are already paying for darkness because, of course, they're not seeing the 20 hours that was promised to them.
Yes.
And the NAC is coming to say that if the tariff hike is reversed, that the federal government will pay 3.2 trillion naira. You've often said that the duty of the government is the security and welfare of the people. At what point do you think those in authority would understand your statement over and over again?
It's not my statement. This is the law. It's the Constitution, Section 14.3. The hereby accordingly declared that sovereignty belongs to the people, through which government derive a legitimacy. The security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. So the government should pay. Government should pay for it. The reason I say they should pay for it is because now you are shifting your responsibility to the citizens, okay, to take care of their hike. And you are not ensuring that there's constant power supply. So citizens can bear it if there's constant power supply.
True.
They will not be able to bear it if you don't have. See, the worst part of it is that you have a huge chunk of the persons in that band A that are not metered. So those are the people you are supplying darkness to too. And those people too, you cannot measure what you are supplying them, let alone calculate what the increase is. You understand? So anything you come with anything, it will always be at variance with what those who are metered will be paying. It will be because the infrastructures are not effective. Once you don't meter a person, how do you now determine? That means you are the judge, you are the law, you are the everything. So you just come and say, this is what you use, pay me. You don't do it like that. Things are not done like that. So the policy should be reversed. Policy on increase should be reversed. 1, 2, the federal government should go and pay the money. That is why the security and welfare of the people is the primary purpose of government. Otherwise, what is the essence of government? You don't have government. You don't have. I mean, if the government wants to extricate itself from all responsibilities, what does it mean that people will be taking laws into their hands?
Definitely.
Because already, most of us are government unto ourselves.
Very
except
true.
that we don't behave that way. When you provide light, provide water
Water,
for yourself, provide
security.
everything, security for yourself and all that, you are paying for estate security, huge amount of money. You are paying for security everywhere. You buy generator, you buy fuel, you buy water, you pump water.
You tar your road sometimes.
So all these basic amenities that government cannot provide because government has failed. Government should now, let's have a recompense. Let them now pay for this power supply that they are not supplying. Because there's no difference that whether they pay it or the citizens pay the increase. It makes no difference because you still don't have light.
Exactly.
So it's better they pay it themselves. When they pay it and there's no light, they cannot put pressure on this.
Exactly. For them to do the needful.
Discos and gencos to do the right thing.
All right. So quickly, let's move on to the Punch newspaper for today. And the big story there says 80 billion naira money laundering. Federal government places Yahaya Bello on watch list. Immigration alerts DSS. And on the
the writer says federal government orders border surveillance, ask DSS, NIA, police to prevent ex-government escape.
All right, and also on the bottom strip of the same newspaper, we have 16 killed as Borno bus runs over ISWAP explosives.
Also on the bottom strip, Lagos-Calabar Highway, federal government panel to pay compensation within 10 days.
And also on the top strip of the same newspaper, we have federal government enforces prices in Abuja supermarkets, plans Lagos Port Harcourt a visit.
Also on the Punch, we have anti-party activities. PDP next silent on Wike Saraki leads peace panel.
All right, so let's go to this big story here. 16 killed as Borno bus runs over ISWAP explosive. At the time, we thought the security architecture is doing a lot. Of course, and right now we have explosive planted in different areas, and of course, innocent ones are being caught in the crisis. The question is, how do we start to deal with this non-conventional warfare in Nigeria?
Well, we're not doing enough in using technology to fight this crime. You know, this bomb planted, you can use technology to excavate it because we have a satellite, and in that satellite, it watches over both the night and the day.
Satellite controlled by us or controlled by a fourth,
We have a
the third
satellite
party?
already that works. We have controlled by uh, there's an agency. I can't remember the name of the agency now, but we have a satellite that can capture or that captures what is going on around, that can see. There's a flashpoint in the affected area. We are not using that effectively. We are not using the drones effectively to have the surveillance on that area to find out who is planting what, when, and how. The satellite have a map of the country, the map of the affected area, and what is going on in that area is recorded. You understand? You know, when there was a killing in Biu,
Yeah.
you understand? It was the extraction of, that was what led to the removal of Ejirika, when they were now saying that it was genocide. What they wanted to use to prosecute that case was the footage from the satellite.
Okay.
You understand? So you see all this bomb that was going off and all that. You have a satellite that Israel have a technology that protects the entire land mass and space from missiles. You've not seen it online.
Yeah, exactly.
It's coming
Yes,
repels
the
it.
Iron Dome.
Yes. So they have that. So I'm not saying we should go that level, but I'm saying this issue of using the satellite is even old technology. It's even old technology. Okay. The US, for example, now, you cannot fly through the airspace without authority. The aircraft will be shut down. It does not matter where the aircraft is coming from or going to. You must have a clearance. We have that here. Okay. How effective is our satellite on this issue of fight against corruption? You know, our airspace is one of the safest in the world now.
Really?
Yes, in terms of crash. Plane crash.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody worked effectively to ensure
to make that happen.
10 years ago, it was not like that.
Very true.
Planes were dropping off from our skies every month.
Scary, too.
You understand? Now we have reasonably controlled it to a point. Why can't we use technology to control this? Not like the technology is not there. They're different. Even the satellite is even outdated. There are other technology you could use to monitor what is going on in that place. How did the US get to know that Bin Laden was in a house in Palestine when he was there? They are suspected that this man is in this place. There's a car that comes out every time from there and goes in. They suspected that. They decided to use their own technology. Children who are playing football there. They planted something in one of the football and threw it to the children. The children packed the balls and went inside. And that was what they used as a control sensor to control, look at who is inside one. And that's how they discovered that he was there. So we can't get to that level overnight, but we should get to a level where we'll be serious about what we're fighting. The people that have been mentioned sponsoring this insurgency and bandits and all this kind of thing, what have we done now about them? This is about the third week, right? It's about the third week. My eyes is on that story. Because what they do is when you go to court, they will not say, if you want to sue government, you have to bring the action within 3 months. That's the defense they normally use. So now this is 3 weeks. Somebody's eye should be on that story. Let it not pass 3 months before an action is brought against the government to prosecute them.
Very true.
So we should do something about this insecurity.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Sir Henry. Let's move on to the Daily Trust this morning. And the big story here is prices of paddy drops in states. The rider, foreign rice still in Kano, sub-rider, local products still costly.
All right, and also on the top strip of the same newspaper, Ganduje secures order stopping suspension.
Also on the top street, PDP to resolve leadership crisis in August as Damagun continues as acting chair.
Yes, on the bottom strip of the same newspaper, we have Tinubu deliberately puts northerners in key places, and that's coming from Ribado.
Also on the bottom strip, reversing tariff increase will cost Nigeria 2.3 3.2 trillion in subsidy, and this is credited to NERC.
Okay.
All right,
yeah.
but let's stay on the story, Henry.
Mm.
Ganduje secures order stopping suspension. Barrister Evans Ofeli, this is for me. This is not laughable because I mean the social media has been awash with a lot of orders in order, court order suspending that order. Yesterday we talked about the incongruencies and how to have a fine, a fine grip on what the court stipulates. Looking at this story, Ganduje secures order stopping suspension. What can you make of this?
Well, you see, this issue is the lawyer who prepared that motion must have used the party's constitution to pull through this. And maybe I don't know how they're able to do it because if you look at the APC constitution, the conduct that will lead to the suspension of the chairman, they are expressed.
Okay.
Yes, the conduct, what you should not do. If you do say, you'll be suspended. That lawyer must have argued on that line. Because if you look at Ganduje, party speaking, like if you talk about the party administration, I don't think there's any visible scandal on the management of that party.
The party itself.
Yes, that is. Everybody we know there are a lot of moral imbalance about him, especially stemming from that dollar,
the dollar
putting everywhere and all that, and which are offenses committed before he became the chairman. But for the party issue, I have not seen any except I'm not aware, but I'm not seeing, maybe that is where he argued that from, before he secured that because of the wrangling. I mean, people want him to go and all that. So now he has successfully gotten that. But the truth is that order must be an interim order. An interim order means that it's going to elapse after a period. It cannot be a perpetual injunction. It can't be. So it's going to be an interim injunction. Okay. Restraining suspension. So after some time, it will definitely expire. Somebody will bring a motion to vacate it. And if they truly want to, the National Working Committee, they truly want to suspend him, that will go on based on his infraction in the party.
Exactly. All right, so let's look at this story. Tinubu deliberately put northerners in key places, and that's coming from Ribado. Is it fair to say this could be some form of political largesse?
It's a wrong thing to say. It's a wrong thing to say, but when you make such kind of statements, what are you trying to, which solution? What are you trying to resolve, or what are you trying to create? Because this issue, when we take ethnicity to a far stretch, so that we cannot communicate effectively without drawing the strings of ethnicity, without drawing on our divides, rather than looking at our cohesion, we are busy talking about our divides and all that. And I think that is very, very wrong. A person should be able to, a person who holds such high office should know that he's representing the country, okay, and that the president is also representing the country, and that it is wrong for him or the president to say he puts northerners in key positions. Is he saying that northerners are better than others, or what?
I guess to draw empathy.
Okay, to draw empathy for the North.
Yes.
That since he didn't appoint many of them,
maybe the few that are there to satisfy a large majority.
Put them in strategic position, what do you call it? This position sounds like they are the only one who could have functioned in those positions. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
But I don't think that should be the case. It's one country.
Exactly.
We should suppress this tribal thing. They're not taking us anywhere. Can't take you anywhere other than just it's not progress. So let's look at how they can grow the country by having the right policy. That was required.
Exactly.
Right,
Very true.
absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Evans Ofeli, for staying with us on the segment this morning. Right.
All right, so when we return, more questions as federal government puts the former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello on watch list after he evaded EFCC arrest. That in a bit when we come back. Please don't go anywhere.